Donald Trump's recent comments about Greenland have once again sparked international outrage. In a tweet, the former U.S. president declared that the ownership and control of Greenland was crucial to national security and freedom throughout the world. His words, laced with authoritarian undertones, sparked backlash from the people of Greenland, the Kingdom of Denmark, and many others. Greenland's Prime Minister, Mette Frederiksen, quickly dismissed Trump's remarks, asserting that Greenland was not for sale. Trump's obsession with acquiring Greenland isn't new. In 2019, he made headlines by suggesting that the United States should buy Greenland, a territory of Denmark. The concept of purchasing an entire landmass seemed absurd to most, but it revealed something deeper about Trump's worldview: his disregard for the sovereignty of nations and his desire to wield power over others. Greenland is part of the Kingdom of Denmark, but it operates with a significant degree of autonomy. The relationship between Greenland and Denmark became particularly significant during World War II. Denmark declared itself neutral at the outbreak of the war, but Nazi Germany had different plans. On April 9, 1940, Germany invaded Denmark as part of its expansion across Europe. Despite Denmark's resistance, it was swiftly occupied, and the country was forced into submission. This national trauma played a key role in Denmark's later decision to join NATO, ensuring that the country would never again face such threats. Trump's rhetoric about Greenland is disturbingly reminiscent of the language used by Adolf Hitler when he annexed territories across Europe. Hitler's invasions were often justified with claims of national security or the need to protect the people of Germany. Trump's language, talking about the ownership and control of Greenland, mirrors this same authoritarian thinking. It's a reflection of his belief that the world's borders are malleable and that sovereign nations can be reshaped according to his whims. The situation with Greenland is particularly sensitive for Denmark. For the Danes, the memory of Nazi occupation is still fresh, and any suggestion that a foreign leader can simply claim ownership of their land evokes painful memories of the past. Denmark's decision to join NATO after the war wasn't just about military protection, it was about ensuring their sovereignty would never again be violated by a foreign power. While Trump's remarks were certainly a diplomatic blunder, they also reflect a larger pattern of behavior. Over the years, Trump has shown little respect for international norms or the sovereignty of other nations. His approach to diplomacy has often been characterized by an authoritarian impulse, whether it's his trade wars with allies like Canada and Mexico or his cozy relationships with autocrats like Vladimir Putin. This pattern of behavior has alienated many of America's traditional allies, while strengthening the influence of adversarial powers like China and Russia. In contrast to Trump's aggressive rhetoric, countries like China have been working hard to expand their global influence by building relationships with other nations through investments and infrastructure projects. China's Belt and Road Initiative, for example, is a strategy that fosters economic ties and mutual cooperation. While Trump is busy trying to claim Greenland, China is quietly cultivating strong diplomatic relationships worldwide. What's particularly alarming about Trump's approach is the potential long-term damage it could do to U.S. relationships with its allies. By dismissing the sovereignty of nations like Denmark and Greenland, Trump is setting a dangerous precedent. His language could encourage other authoritarian leaders to follow suit, claiming ownership of foreign lands under the guise of national security. Ultimately, Trump's obsession with Greenland is a microcosm of his broader world view, one that prioritizes power and control over diplomacy and respect for other nations. Whether it's trying to buy a country or bullying allies into submission, Trump's actions reflect a dangerous disregard for international norms and the sovereignty of nations. As the world continues to grapple with the fallout from his rhetoric, One thing is clear. The United States, under Trump's leadership, risked isolating itself from its allies and emboldening its adversaries. This is not the kind of diplomacy that builds bridges. It's the kind that burns them.